All right, all right. Good evening, good evening. Let's get this show on the road. Give me a few seconds and I'll turn this camera on. How high will she go? She's pushing. She's pushing tonight. Good evening to everyone. All right, we're back. We're back. Happy Monday, happy Labor Day. Hope everyone's having a great Labor Day, enjoying the weekend, the long weekend. All right, so I caught my short already. Looks like we're in a range, although we had a nice little 100-point flush. That is the range, about 430 to about 505, 510 on the high side. So I'm watching to see if we can push the top of this range up here around 505, 510. Mr. Structure in the house. I love that. It reminds me of another YouTube that I used to watch very religiously when I used to trade options. Structure. Mike Schultz, Viv for short. Who else is here? 11 flips. Jesse James in the house already. Killer Machine, Crazy Chris. Good evening to everybody. So we're in a range. If you guys, this is a range that I'm looking at. Let's see. There we go. That's your range right there. So I'm watching to see if we come back and test these highs before I try to short this. Good evening to everyone. I just switched over to Tradeify for the master account. We're going to see how it goes with Tradeify. I think it's a little cleaner. Carlos in the house. Mr. Structure, I did one trade. I also have the 300K account ready for the chat. So we talked about it last week. I opened up a chat account. It's a 300K account. And basically the chat will be able to trade it. You don't have to come on video. You can come on audio if you want, or you can just simply type away your game plan and I'll trade it. But it's open to anybody in the chat. The idea is for you guys to trade it. So it's going to be the chat account, 300K. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully you guys can get it to payout, and payout will be for the folks that trade it. So good luck. It's brand spanking new, right at zero. And like I said, anybody that wishes to trade it and help move that to payout. Again, the payout goes to the team members that trade it. I'm not interested in any part of that payout for that account. It is a 300K on the mini side. I would say let's cap it at 4 at the beginning, 4 minis max. You can DCA, you can go all in with your 4, but the rest of the chat is counting on you, right? The goal is to get that one to payout. I'm assuming it'll get blown here and there. So I did buy a couple of them for the chat account. But it is open to you guys. What I'm going to require is have a game plan as you trade it. Let the chat know why you want to enter, where is your TP, and all that good stuff. The goal is for that account to serve not only as a fun way for you guys to trade it and potentially get payouts. I'm not interested in getting any of that payout. That's for the team members that trade it. But it could also be an educational for some of the new traders that hop on, get to see different ideas, different strategies. So as of today, we have a chat account, and it is a 300K. I'm going to cap it at 4 minis. You can trade it however you want. You can trade one contract. You can trade micros if you want. But all I'm asking is let's make it educational, where you guys kind of tell me why you want to enter there. I'm not going to question it. I just want you to let the chat know why. And we'll take it from there. If you want to set up any set TP, set stop loss, all that good stuff, you can come on the stream as a guest. In other words, you can do it as an audio only, audio and video. Or if you simply want to give your entries via the chat, you can do it via chat as well. So it's open to however you feel comfortable. Good evening to everybody. Happy Labor Day for everyone here in the States. Good morning and good afternoon to anybody on the other side of the ocean. Truck Tan, love to join. Well, it's open today, so whoever wants to take a stab at it, it is open as of today for the chat. It's actually, where is that account? It's actually, I believe it's this account right here. Yep. This one right there. So. All right, so as you can see, I already took a trade. I played the bottom of this range. It got me a little bit here. And then realized, all right, we're just playing range to range, and hopped on along, targeting the 200 SMA and a second TP at VWAP. And let's see, this could be a little pullback at VWAP, but I think I'm going to wait for further push up before I short this. If we are truly range to range, and I'm probably won't get interested until we see 500 again. This structure, the setup's not there. Yeah, I think the play just played out. At this point, I'm going to wait for 500 if I want to short this. We already touched the bottom of that range, that 430 area where I looked to short here. I thought that this was going to be the bounce, and it got me a nice little trap, but then realized, all right, we're just playing range to range. Added a position here, and already up on some of the accounts. So best DJ in town, what's up, JC? Gold is taking off. Yeah, I haven't taken a look at gold. I keep saying that I want to take a look at gold and fruit, and nothing. T Cooper, what's up? Good evening to everyone. Hold on, where is this? Like it over here. So we had a nice little move. I think it was, what, 100 points to the downside? Wick. Where's this wick? 302. 508 all the way down to 430, so about 80 points. Very quick. And then another 430, about 50 points, right back up. Christopher Zazek, hey, what's going on? Good evening to everybody. So got one trade in already. Looking for 500, 505, the top of that range. If we're truly going to be in range for the Asia session, we came up to VWAP and started to see a little resistance here, potentially coming right back down to the bottom of that. But I think I'm looking for a higher level at this point. I already took one trade, targeting the 200 SMA and VWAP, and nicely in the green so far. So we'll see. Khalid Mohammed, welcome to the stream. Good evening to everyone. Today we're flipping over to Tradeify. I think from now on will be the master account. I get it, Quantower is a little more boring, so we'll do Tradeify instead as the master, and continuing to copy trade through Tradesyncer. Carlos missed the short entry. Yeah, I guess it just exaggerated that VWAP a little bit. So I'm curious to see how far this move will go. I mean, this recovery was pretty much 50%, right? 430, over 50% recovery on this open. The open high was 509, and the session low right now is 428. So we had a nice little recovery, about 50% already. We're coming back down into that 15-minute FVG right towards the middle. So let's see what we do. Are we going to come right back down? In other words, is this the range for the overnight session, or are we just setting a higher low for potential continuation to the upside? I don't know. We'll find out. Again, the chat account is available now. It's a 300K. The 300K account can be traded by anybody on the stream. You can let me know if you want to hop on. You can get on audio, you can get on video, or you can just simply call out the trades in the chat. But we now have a 300K account ready for, it'll be the chat account, and you guys can trade it. Truck Tan looking for a long at 466 at the FVG. Well, we're about to hit 466 right there. We're right there right now. That's the middle of that 15-minute FVG, if that's going to be the bounce for potentially testing the top of that range. Gleb is trading My Funded Futures $1 promotion. I didn't know they had a $1 promotion. That seems pretty cool. So we had a quick move down, about 80 points, and pretty good recovery already. Now we're right there in the middle of the range. So I want to wait for either a higher push up to short this, or come back down and test that 430 area and see if we hop on another long down there. T Cooper, you guys could trade it however you want, a micros or minis. The max, though, on the minis side, I'm going to put, so this is for the chat account, I'm going to put a max of 4 contracts. You can go in at 4 at once, you can DCA, you can add to a winning position, but the max will be 4 contracts on that 300K, so we don't blow it. 4 minis. And I guess you can do the equivalent in micros if you want to trade it with micros. All right, so far it looks like we are in a range. It's a pretty wide range. It's a juicy range. In other words, get some nice trades here today. I got one. Let's Let's see if we come back down and potentially long this again. Good evening to everyone. Good morning and good afternoon to everybody on the other side of the ocean. T Cooper, 1 mini, 1 micro. No. You can trade up to 4 minis and the equivalent of micros. So 40 micros tops on the 300K. The only thing, like I said, that I asked, let's make it educational for everyone watching. Explain your entry, the stop loss, the TP. And I won't trade it at all. That'll be the chat account only. And whoever trades it, if you guys get it to payout, that's for the chat. That's for the team members that trade it. All right, came down, flushed VWAP, came down and tested the 200 SMA, middle of that FVG right now, that 466 area for a potential bounce area. And that could be the bounce for continuation to the upside. Yusuf, welcome to the stream. Good evening to everyone. Happy Labor Day. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Good barbecues. T Cooper, if the trade is a loser, do you get benched? No, I expect losing trades. I expect the account to be blown, actually. That's why I purchased a couple 300Ks. It's not a competition between those who traded. I hope it doesn't become that. That would be silly if it does. No, it's more of educational for people that are watching. We have a lot of viewers up in the branches that are relatively new to futures trading. So the goal is to have more trades during this Asia session and have you guys hop on some trades, explain the strategy, the stop, EP, and all that good stuff. You can do it via the chat. Let me know that you want to enter. Or if you want to hop on audio or audio and video, you can do that as well. But no obligation. You don't have to hop on audio or video. You can just do your call outs through the chat as well. Citrus Fruits, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. Good evening to everyone. By the way, today is the last. I loaded up over the weekend. I loaded up on some 300Ks for the chat accounts. Apex, 90% off. If you haven't heard about it by now, 90% off with Apex. They have reset fees. I think it's 37 bucks. And I think it's a little too late for the promo on the PA fee, but they did have a PA fee, a lifetime PA fee discount if you pass the account by tonight, I think it is. Randy Chapin, good evening. Opportunity awaits in the house. Gleb, 300K account still in eval stage. Apex, correct. Correct. The 300Ks for the chat are starting from brand new 0. And we'll go one by one. If it gets blown, then we open another one. But for now, we have one 300K starting from 0 as an eval. Tom H, good evening. Good evening to everyone. Sheesh Gupta, do you trade NASDAQ? Do you only trade NASDAQ futures? Yes. The main thing I trade are NASDAQ NQ. All right, guys. So far, I've taken one trade. As you can see along, I've switched to Tradeify from now on. Tradeify will be the master account, and I'll continue to copy trade it through Tradesyncer. We also have, like I said, the new 300K chat account where you guys that are watching can trade that account. As long as there's a strategy behind the trade, that will be for you guys to trade only. Truck Tan in 466 for a long and out at 473. And I guess the way we'll do it is if anybody wants to take a trade, just say, hey, want to trade the chat account? This is my entry, stop, and TP. And as far as the educational side for anybody who's watching, let's try to at least explain the strategy so that people understand the reason for that trade. Gleb, those are tough. I got one 250K to target with 37 activation. Yep, it's the current promotion. All right, well, I'm looking for either a move higher or a move lower. Right now, we're right in the middle of this range, and I'm not interested. Although this could be the higher low, and I think this is what who just entered on a long truck tan at 466. Potential pullback long here for continuation to the top of that range. Is Jesse making dinner? I would think so. Jesse loves to eat. He loves his meals. Don't mess with Jesse's meals at night. All right, so taking a little pull back to this 465 area. 200 SMA on the 5-minute. Nate stopped out. Nicholas Gomez, hello from the other side of the ocean. Mr. Paris himself in the chat. Ooh, T. Cooper had a feast. Some swordfish and big eye tuna. Nice. Nicholas Gomez, 1K in the green. How did I miss that? Yeah, it took the long at the bottom of that range. Now I'm watching for further upside and may short the top of that range again. Or not again, but if we hit the top of the range again, I may short it. Let's see if this is the bounce area, that 200 SMA VWAP area. AP Trades, good evening. Good evening to everyone. I guess who's going to be the first one to trade the chat account? All right, let's see if this level, that 466 level, holds. Mr. Structure is telling us that the moving averages are stuck here. All right, I'll be right back, guys. I got to check on some grilled chicken going on right now. I'll be right back. All right, good evening. Good evening to everyone. Happy Labor Day. KP Trades, were you a lucky winner of the MFFU $1 core account? Nice. I honestly didn't know. I think somebody else mentioned it earlier about the $1 MF, My Funded Futures. So congrats to any of you guys that won that. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Looks like we're establishing the overnight range, which is what I'm looking for. I'd be interested again if we come back down to 430, possibly long in it, if we're just going to be in this range for a couple hours. One thing we've learned is this time slot is usually range bound for a couple hours. Whatever the range is today, it's a generous range, about 50, 60 points. But we've been in 20, 30 points for 3-4 hours around this time. So let's see if it continues to be in range, and then see if I can hop on a second trade. I was hoping this move would bring us up to that 500, 505 area. Let's see what happens. I hope everyone had a good Labor Day with your fam. Happy Labor Day. T. Cooper, I'm a sport fishing boat captain. The fish was a little pricey. Oh man, nice, T. Cooper. Cooper, where exactly are you located? Harish, welcome to the stream. And there you go. You got the bot telling you guys that 90% Apex sale. Today's the last day. Tonight, right? I think we got what? 2 hours and 15 minutes left of the Apex 90% sale. think to get the $37 PA fee, I think you're going to have to YOLO tonight, because you do have to pass it. You get the $37 PA fee for the 250 and 300K. You do have to pass it tonight. But other than that, you do get the 90% off for all your accounts tonight. What was I going to take a look at? Oh, you're in Montauk. Okay. You're fishing out in the Atlantic. Nice. All right, let's see if we can establish the overnight range now. I hope it's not this 65 to 85 now. So I'm going to wait a little bit before I take another trade. Mr. Cooper, the boat he runs uses 1,000 gallons of diesel to go 200 miles round trip. Wow. Sounds a little pricey. So we are right in the middle of that 15-minute FVG. Fish Trader Apex 90% ends tomorrow. Okay, there you go. So you guys got an update there. Apex ends tomorrow, not tonight. You got time. And you can pass then your PAs, your evals tonight to get the $37 lifetime PA fee discount on the 250s and 300Ks. Owner has a net worth of 200 mil. Nice. All right, so it's slowed down significantly around here, and that's typical for this time. I already took a bounce long there. I'm waiting to see if we push up to 500 or we come back down to 430 for potential. AP trades, you have to pass before the account, before the promo ends to get the $37 PA fee promotion for the 250 and 300K. So for the promotion on the 250 and 300K lifetime PA fee, you do have to pass it by tomorrow or when the promotion ends. Correct. Other than that, it is 90% for the to buy the eval, and I believe it's 80% for the recurring month. KP trades, that's lame. Yeah, I mean, it's what Apex is trying to do is give traders a YOLO option, blow a few accounts, you get them for cheap, and if you pass, you get a cheap activation fee. Bid for short, I thought I could take my time and chip away for the month. I believe the 250 and the 300K, the lifetime PA fee promotion ends with when the promotion is up. After that, I think the PA fee will just be the standard. What is it? What the lifetime PA fee is for 250 and 300K. There you go, KPT 85 and 140. Yeah, that's Apex wanting to promote some gambling. I don't necessarily buy them for the PA fee. I buy them at 90% off just to get the evals. I only buy Apex accounts at 90% off at this point. There's no point. There's no reason not to. All right, we're in slow-mo here now. We had nice movements at the open, and then now, as usual, calm down. Team Massive. Well, if you do the lifetime PA fee with Apex, it's one fee. You have the option of doing a lifetime PA or a monthly PA fee. That is up to you. Thanos, do you trade gold? I do not. Mainly NQ. And I'm going to, for the Asia session, I keep saying it, I forget to take a look at charts. I will have to look at gold and some other, something else to trade during the Asia session when NQ is slow. Jeff Koski in the house. Good evening. Good evening to everyone. So far, I've taken one trade. I'm looking right now. I'm in the middle of this overnight range, so I'm waiting to see if we can push up to 500 or come back down to 430 before I decide on second trade. You're just tuning in. We just got the 300K chat account. I bought a few of those, expecting some blowouts. So we're going to have a 300K account. It'll be open to anybody that's watching in the stream who wants to trade it. It's going to be for the chat. So it's going to be the chat account. It's a 300K. You can trade micros, minis. You can trade, I think I'm even going to open it to any instrument, gold, NQ, ES, whatever you want to trade. You can participate. You can trade it just hopping on the chat and letting us know the entry and the exit. You can hop on via audio if you want. You can do audio and video if you want to hop on and trade it. It's up to you guys, but we do have a 300K chat account now for the traders in the chat that want to take a stab at it. Jeff Koski just made 220 bucks in gold. Nicely done. Lemonhead, good evening. Thanos got banned from Apex last year. Yeah, a couple of people got banned last year. I'll be right back, guys. I got to check on the grilled chicken I'm cooking over here. All right, nasty NASDAQ. A little undecided at this 465 area on what it wants to do. I'm assuming we're range bound and we're probably going to take a smaller, stronger pullback here, but let's see. Citrus fruits, 300K and 150K cost after 90%. I believe it's like what, 37 and 57 bucks, depending on which one you go with. So if we take a look at Tradeify, take a look at Apex. There we go. So Apex Tradeify 150Ks. You got $397 a month. 397 minus 90%. That's $39.40. And let's take a look at the 300K. Did you say the 300K or the? Yeah, the 300K. 300K is $597. $597 minus 90%, $59. So figure $40 for the 150K and $60 for the 300K. On Tradeify after a 90% discount. T. Cooper, is it hard to share screen and audio? No, it's a link. I shoot you a link on video, and literally you set it up. Just like Discord or Zoom or GoToMeeting or, just like any webinar type. And I pull in the audio and the video and bring you in. So far, it's been easy peasy. All right, so we got one trade so far. It took a long at the bottom of that range and up so far. And now I'm looking. We're in the middle of the range, so I'm not gonna trade in the middle. I'm not fiddling in the middle. So I'm waiting for either a touch again up at that 500 level, or come back down to 430 before I get interested in another trade. Juvex Sempre, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again, brother. Happy Monday. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Good evening. So yeah, today we've been talking about 90% discount with Apex. I believe day traders. I saw an email with day traders. Day traders also has 90% on their trailing evals, 80% under static evals, and 40% under straight to funded. With all of them, you can use code JCDT on checkout. You get a nice little discount and help out the stream. All right, so we are taking that pullback. It looks like we're trying to establish the range. Next stop is 450, and let's see if we have a full range to range move here. Back down to 430. Which would probably be typical for the Asia range, at least for the last couple of weeks. During this time, it's usually a range, whether it's 20 points. Today, it's a wide range, about 50 points. Let's see how far down we go. WXB, we're back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Not alarmed. It's been playing this range since Friday. This is the same range going back to Friday after the initial dump. It's that 430 to 500 range. So, not too concerned about this little flush here. Unless we break 430, then I would say we have further downside. Other than that, it's been doing it up and down since Friday. WXB, no, I switched over to Tradeify. I think Quantower, the feedback I'm getting from Quantower, it's a little too boring. I get it. So the master account will be on Tradeify, and I'll do Tradeify here. The chat account, or the 300K accounts that I bought for the chat, are also going to be on Tradeify. So I think moving forward, it's going to be all Tradeify, and then at least for the master account, and I'll copy trade as usual from here to Tradesyncer. And WXB, I've also been explaining that I have about couple of 300K accounts for the chat. Those are going to be the chat accounts. The goal is to have the chat trade it or trade that account. Multiple people, it doesn't matter. And, so whoever wants to take a stab at some trades on the chat account, it's open for you guys, chat. WXB, love the concept. I'm using Quantower. No, Quantower is fine. It's more for the visual. I think people prefer the easiness and how the visual on Tradeify. I personally prefer Quantower, but we'll use the master account here. Either way, I have Quantower on another screen. That's where I do all my charting anyway. So for me, I'm still using Quantower for most of what I do, but as far as the stream is concerned, the master account will pick up the trade, will execute on Tradeify. All right, here we go. Bottom of this range. Let's see if this is a strong move to the downside. If they break 430, then I would say bears are trying to make a move tonight. Otherwise, we're just looking at a range-to-range move. We've been seeing the same range since Friday after the initial move to the downside. We've had a look above and fail out of this range to the upside last night. And we had a look below and fail out of this range also last night. This morning around London, I could see that look above and fail to the upside on 500 and look below and fail to the downside below 430. So let's see what happens here. My guess is this is just a range-to-range play. No need to FOMO into the short unless we see a break. Coach Fred, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Labor Day to everyone. Stuart Hernandez, hello from Colombia. JC, have you had any slippage on the trade copier? So I use Tradesyncer. I use market orders only, and I don't have issues. Are there occasionally slippage? Yes. Is it drastic slippage? No. As long as I use market orders. If I use limit orders, I've had issues in the past. All right, so let's watch what happens here at 430. Is this a big move, an aggressive move to the downside? Do we have news going on? Let's take a look at financial juice. Just make sure we're not in a news drop. Other than that, it should be just range to range. This is the bottom of the range coming into Friday, bottom of the overnight range right now. I don't see anything on the news, so I'm going to watch it and potentially long this again. I've already longed it once. All right, let's see what happens here. Is it going to exaggerate this move a little bit below 400? If it flushes below 430, then hands off. So there it is. There's the bounce. Ooh, that was a quick bounce. Oh, see, range to range. 10 points. So let's see if it tests that bottom again. But I'm not too concerned about a move to the downside. This is just range to range playing. Man, couldn't you give us some testing down there before you pop it like that? All right, good evening to everyone. If you're new to the stream, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I trade nasty NASDAQ every evening, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. And in the morning, the New York session, which is my main trading session, New York Open, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. All right, let's see what happens down here. May attempt a long, unless this is a bears are trying to make a play tonight. Let's find out. If they flush below 430, then possibly a move tonight. I don't see any news or any catalyst, but this is the Friday range. This is a range going back to Friday. Andres Cortazar from London. Welcome to the stream. All right, so think I'm going to leave the account that I traded already. I'll leave the 300K. Which one is this one? So, see if we get a test of this range again at the bottom, and I'll potentially long it. Blowout Balloons, hello from Australia. Nice. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. Good evening to everyone. I live stream from Arizona. So my times are 3 hours behind New York Eastern. Abel Martinez tuned in from Chile. Nice. Welcome to the stream. Corey, what are good prop firms for straight to funded? If you don't have any straight to funded accounts yet and you're looking for your first ones, I highly recommend take a look at Tradeify. Tradeify has no denied payouts. It's a prop firm that pays. 20% consistency rule like most other prop firms on straight to funded. But Tradeify is a good one. I only trade Tradeify straight to funded accounts. Not to say they don't have evals, but for Tradeify, I prefer their straight to funded. All right, let's see if the bears are looking to make a move down here or just range to range and popping this right back up. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. Hopefully it doesn't take off on me. Corey McCardle, I have 3 Apex accounts, 3 Apex accounts, and a Topstep. Oh, there's the bounce. So it is range to range. Want to try a new firm, but hate the consistency rules. Yeah, the consistency rules is part of the whole prop firm game. Their house, their rules. I don't think we'll be able to have any props without. Although I think there's a few new props that don't have consistency rule, but most established props have a consistency rule. All right, let's see if they're trying to make a move to the downside here. About it. Range, but I'll give it some time. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to the stream. Happy Labor Day. Do me a favor, if you're new to the stream, if you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe. I live stream every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern for the late night Asia session. And then Monday through Friday for the New York Open, 9:15 a.m. Eastern as well. All right, is NenQ just giving us an easy range, long the bottom and short the top? See if it tests that low one more time. Give me a pullback. Signal Sprouts, what is the best account for take profit trader? It depends on your trading style. Depends if you trade micros, depends if you trade minis, it depends on you, really. I trade 150Ks. That's because I trade minis mainly. I think the most popular account with most prop firms is the 50K though. All right, so went to the top of that range, came right back down pretty quickly to the bottom of that range, and now hinting at a bounce. But I'm not trusting it just yet. If it takes off on me, then it takes off. Yeah, it looks like it's going to take off. Beige 425 and 420 are heavy, so potentially touch of that area down there. Still within the range, even if they flush it down there. Let's be patient. Beige telling us that 700 contracts between 420 and 425. All right, let's see if they flush it down there and then look at a potential bounce play. George Panos, welcome to the stream. Good evening to everyone. Happy Labor Day. We had one trade, or I've had one trade so far, playing the long at the bottom of that range, targeting the 200 SMA and VWAP on my TPs. Now we're back down here. Going to be a little patient, see if it wants to flush this area out for like 420, 425, and see what it does down there. The low of, was that Sunday or Friday? The low of Sunday's overnight low was 373. So last night, for those of you that traded, I didn't trade last night, but last night it came all the way down to 370. That's the current overnight low. With today's halt, we're still running Sunday's overnight low at 370. So it can potentially come down and test that. JMTC Crypto, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for everyone who's tuned in tonight. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying the content, liking the stream, smash that like, smash that subscribe. It does help me out with the YouTube algo. I'm looking to see where they want to go with this tonight. I've already taken one trade. Let's see if they bounce this area, or are they looking for further downside on this, potentially testing that Sunday low or overnight low for Sunday 376 area. I'm going to be patient on the second trade. That was a quick little flush down. It was a VWAP rejection. All right, so far they looks like they're going to use the bottom of this range. Pop it right back. Similar to what happened here. Got stuck in, what, 1 hour of consolidation down here before the move happened. So see if there's further downside. If this took about an hour for the play to go out, happen, sure, we can be a little more patient on this and figure out what it wants to do. This is the chop area. Its range has been a chop. 430 to about 500 has been a chop zone. Back to last Friday. Good evening to everyone. Again, all right, looks like they're coming down for more, or just testing this current low at 430. Let's see what happens there if they test it. See a quick little flush for some stop hunt run there. All right, here they come. They're coming in heavy. Coming in heavy to flush it. We did see the overnight low. Sunday's overnight low is currently at around 365. What is that? 373 was last night's low. Nate is telling me that the draw-in price from the 83 short he called out is relative equal lows. AP, yeah, this 430 area has been respected. The only time it got flushed out was yesterday during the Sunday night session. That was a look below and fail. Other than that, this level is held consistently. Beige 2007 orders are gone. All right, let's see if they flush this down to about 420, 425 and see if we bounce there. Otherwise, like I said, they may try to push or test Sunday's low, overnight low. Blowout balloons, I think it will go out. I think it will go lower. Yeah, I'm not interested anymore, just because of how long it's been taking here. I think selling pressure is heavy right now. I'm watching for now. Huh. So if they do flush 430, like I said, last night's overnight low brought us all the way down to 370. Other than that, this area is held throughout the day on Friday. Friday, after the initial flush down, this was the bounce area multiple times since Friday. All right, here we go. To flush this level. Question is, how low are they going before the bounce? Or are the bears going to make a move tonight? All right, here they go. This level is held. I'm surprised they're even entertaining this flush right now. Oh. All right, let's see. $420. Bear is making a move. Now keep in mind, we did see 370 last night. I wasn't trading it, but we did have a look below and fail below this area at 430 area, all the way down to 370 during Sundays overnight. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Beige, looking like we're going to 370 flex futures. Do the Apex activation fees expire with the promo? The answer is yes. So you want to get the discount for the PA fees on the 250K and 300K, you do have to pass it before the promo is over. All right, here they go. They're flushing 320. How low will they go? Sorry, 420. Oh, they could be hunting for that 370. That's last night's overnight low. So I'm hands off for now. A little lower than I wanted it to be. So now I got to wait for the next level, which would be 370. We'll see what happens there. George Pano, September red rug pull. I mean, like I said, this area, because a level is an area, right? It's not an exact number, but this level or this area is held. It's been support. I don't know if we have the catalyst tonight to break major structure, but we did attempt last night, to be fair. We did hit 370 last night. It was an immediate bounce, but see if we get down there. Blowout balloons. There was some Trump news on his health. Let's take a look at financial news. I don't see anything on financial news. See anything here. So maybe on CNBC or something like that. Headline news, probably. Oh, it looks like we are going to war with Venezuela. Looks like that's picking up. Maduro warns Venezuela super prepared as Trump deploys forces to the Caribbean. It's a funny war if it happens. See anything else in terms of news for now? All right, let's see if we test that. Ooh, there's the bounce. It's a little too risky if we got 370 potential right below us. So I'm staying out for now. Drewski in the house with his 5-point strategy. All right, let's see if this is the bounce here now. Drewski is short. WCJ is going to short next chance he gets. Daniel Garab thinking this is the bounce area. 430 held, so if this was just a quick flush to get some stops longing that 430 area, this would be the bounce area. So I'm watching it. Previous day low was at 400. In other words, Friday's low was at 400, and the overnight low, which is currently Sunday because of the halt, I'm looking at Friday's numbers as the true previous day high and previous day low. I'm not using today's numbers as previous day high, previous day low. So Friday's session low is at 397, and the overnight low, which is last night's Sunday move to the downside, is at 371. So let's watch and see if we're going to get this move to the downside. Daniel, if we go above 435 long, it looks like that's going to happen right now. That would be the bottom of this current overnight range. Nate is thinking even lower by about 3 to 5 points. There's another important low to the left that makes up the relative equal low target. And Cooper letting us know we got NFP this Friday. It's going to be a volatile week. All right, let's see if there's further downside to this move or if that's it and we bounce right back up. Again, Friday's low, session low, is at 397. Lost in space. Hopefully summer trading is over and we get some continuation. Oh yeah, man, this chop fest every day is insanely frustrating. PJ 880, 88, 89. Do you YOLO on Apex evals? Every now and then. Most of the times I just throw the evals into the trade copiers, so they're traded just like sim funded accounts. But every now and then I'll grab a PA and do some aggressive trading. Corey McCardo, if we come below 418, that's going to tell me we're going to consolidate a little more. Yep. Juvex por sempre. So the purple line is the 200 SMA. Good question. This is the 200 SMA, and this is, I'm sorry, the 20 SMA is the purple line. The red line is the 200 SMA. So I just remembered I got to add the 9 EMA to this. Okay, so it looks like the 20 SMA is providing resistance on this move to the downside. So unless we pop above it and close above it, we could still have more downside to this. So I would be waiting for something like this, right? We popped above it, closed above it, and continued. Right now, we're still below the 20. The 20 is providing resistance, 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 resistance. Let's see if there's more continuation to the downside on that. So, still not interested in that long. Not yet, at least. Okay, here comes their flushing. So we're in a descending channel, right? If you take a look at this top and this bottom, we're in a descending channel. I would assume they're going to flush this descending channel right down to test the previous day low, right around 400. This could be a quick little flush. See if they flush it or the channel, they break out of that descending channel. Drewski, 5-minute chart is telling him to go long. 1-minute chart telling him to go short. You got a little conundrum there. Divergence. All right. If they pop above that 20 and they hold it there, then we can have something like this where now we use the 20 SMA as support to the upside. Which reminds me, let me add the EMA as well. There we go. All right. Perfect. So this is what we're watching for. building support. We've had the 9 and the 20 provide resistance to the downside, right? Resistance, 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 resistance. We need these moving averages to become support. And there's a lot of move to the upside. Remember, the range is all the way back up to 500. So there's no rush. I would say let's make sure we truly have a bounce. I'm not front running this because we do have the potential of previous day low, Friday's low around 400 and 370 for Sunday's overnight. Abel Martinez, how can I use the tool to copy? A good one and easy to use? Abel, it depends on how you trade. Are you Tradeify? Do you use Rhythmic? Do you use Ninja? How many prop firms are you copy trading? It all depends on that. I use Tradesyncer, which is web-based, cloud-based, but that's usually when you're copy trading a lot of accounts. If you only have Tradeify, you can use Ninja and Replicanto, which is a very cost-effective solution. Ninja and Replicanto works pretty well for most copy trading situations. If most of your prop firms are all Tradeify, then you can use Ninja Replicanto. You do have to install it on your PC or laptop. If you're not interested in installing anything and just want something that's web-based or cloud-based, Tradesyncer, which is what I use, you don't install it. You just use one master account, kind of like what I'm showing here. This master account copies right to Tradesyncer. But again, it all depends on how many props you trade, your strategy. Otherwise, Ninja and Replicanto works pretty well. Best recommendation for Rhythmic. I personally trade Rhythmic with Quantower. I prefer Quantower for Rhythmic accounts, but you got to find the one that works for you, right? There's Motive Wave, I think. There's Sierra Charts. Rhythmic Trader Pro. For me, Rhythmic accounts, I trade them on Quantower. Drewski, 1 point away. Abel, yeah, and you can use code JCDT with Replicanto or Tradesyncer. You get a discount there, and you support the stream. Drewski is a Ninja Trader, loves his Ninja Trader. Nate, Tradecopia is a new one. PC or Mac based, not cloud. It's interesting. I'll take a look at it. Tradecopia. Let's take a look at Tradecopia. I believe there's another one that's cloud-based. Another copy trader that is cloud-based. I'm taking a look at it. I remember getting an email. Let's take a look at this while we wait for NASDAQ to flush down to 400 or possibly 370. All right, here's Tradecopia. This you install. I guess it looks pretty similar to Replicanto. Pricing, let's take a look at the pricing. I haven't used this one, by the way, guys. I'm just going by what Nate just mentioned it. Pricing plans. Okay, so desktop. Well, they do have a web platform coming soon. In other words, you have to install this versus web-based or cloud-based. All right, $39.99 or $49.99. Unlimited connections on both, so you can copy trade unlimited, but you get some risk management tools on the Pro. Okay, I haven't used it, but just sharing what one of our viewers talked about. All right, back to NASDAQ. NASDAQ continues to flush. Let's see if it's really going after at this point. Friday's low was 400 or 397, and then Sunday's overnight low was down at 371. So watching for now. Bid for short, is Tradesyncer expensive? Tradesyncer also has 3 plans. It depends on the number of connections. Hold on, let me log out. Let me make sure I'm logged out here. Yes. So let's take a look at Tradesyncer now. Tradesyncer 3 plans. If you want 2 connections, $49. 4 connections, $99 a month, and unlimited for $149. Keep in mind, your master account is a connection. A connection is a prop firm. So for instance, let's say I'm copy trading Apex and Tradeify. And Apex is my main account or the master account that Tradesyncer copies off of. Apex would be one connection and Tradeify would be the second one. If you want 4 connections, let's say you're doing Apex as your master, Tradeify, Take Profit Trader, and My Funded Futures, you would go with the 99. It all depends on how many prop firms, not the number of accounts, the number of prop firms that you're looking to connect to your copy trader. And you can use Tradesyncer. You get a discount as well using code JCDT. But this one is cloud. Tradesyncer is cloud web-based, meaning you don't install anything on your laptop or PC. Joe, another one, trade copier called Trader Post. Okay, again, I don't use Trader Post, but it's a trade copier that one of our viewers is sharing here. Joe Prziski, Trader Post. Let's take a look at this one. I don't use this one, but I guess it's automated trading as well. Connects with, this one looks a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Forex. A little on the pricey side right off the bat. But I don't know if this is Rhythmic or Tradeivy. At least it doesn't say here if it's Rhythmic or Tradeivy. I think this is more for, yeah, this is geared more towards Forex. But for futures prop firms, Tradesyncer 100% connects with unlimited Rhythmic, unlimited Tradeivy connections. It's Tradesyncer. Felix the Cat, can you use copy traders with cash accounts? Quantower, yes. I do. I can copy trade my Interactive Brokers live funded account with Quantower. I'm not sure about other live accounts. I'm assuming with Ninja, if you have a Ninja, I'm assuming here, I don't know, you have to do your own research. If you have a Ninja live account, I would think you can copy trade it with Ninja Replicanto. But again, assuming. What I can tell you for a fact is I can and do copy trade my live funded account with Interactive Brokers using Quantower. Drewski, yeah, Replicanto. Listen, for most people, Ninja and Replicanto, that's the solution. You don't need to complicate it. You install it on your laptop, your PC, and you're good to go. If you want something that's cloud, web-based, you have low CPU usage, or you don't want to depend on your laptop bailing on you, then Tradesyncer, cloud, web-based, you don't install anything, you just set it up, and it literally copies your master account. Randaran, is your P&L from tonight? Yeah, took this long on the flush down here. Captured this long with 2 minis, and now I'm looking to see what they're going to do down here. They're going to bounce this area or continue to hunt the overnight low from Sunday or previous day low going back to Friday. Watching for now. Drewski, everyone should be trading on I highly agree. I have a gaming PC. If you're going to take trading seriously and you're going to copy trade, Drewski is 100% right. Get yourself a gaming laptop or a gaming PC. You need a good video card. You need a CPU, solid CPU. You need some good RAM. Now, if you're limited, then maybe you can just go with Tradeivy accounts that's web-based. You use your master account similar to what I'm doing here. This is a web-based application, Tradeivy. You enter your trade here with one account, nothing installed on my computer, And then I copy traded directly to Tradesyncer via cloud web, if you're looking for a cloud web-based solution. Other than that, with a solid gaming PC, you should be more than fine with a solid gaming PC to copy trade with any platform. Randaran, did I end up taking any trades this morning? I believe I did. The question is, do they show? But I didn't make much. A pretty slow price action this morning. Drewski closed for 4 points already. All right, so still, if we look at the moving averages, they're still providing resistance. We're coming to test, and we push right back down. So until we see something like this, where we push out from the resistance, we still got movements to the downside until we build some support. Randaran, I was watching you this morning. Yeah, this morning I missed the there were two plays this morning during the New York Open. There was the gap fill play, and there's the gap fill reversal. I missed both. I think later I took a trade, but a couple of points, not too crazy. Drewski shorting again. I agree, man. You're going for those 5 points. Every touch on those moving averages is a solid flush right back down. So they're not able to push above these moving averages every time it comes up. Touches the 20 SMA, right back down. Touches the 20 SMA, right back down. Until they use the moving averages as support. For now, they're resistance. There we go. They're making their move. 400 is probably next. That is Friday's session low. New York session low for Friday. Last Friday was 397. Drewski killing it. Killing it with those scalps. As I mentioned last week, I did open up a couple 300Ks. We're going to trade them one by one. It's going to be the chat account. So the chat can trade the account. You just have to type it in the chat, or if you want to hop on voice and audio, it's up to you. You don't have to get on voice and audio, but if you want to, you can. Otherwise, chat members can trade it. It's a 300K. You have a max of 4 contracts, 4 minis, or the equivalent in micros, 40 micros. The idea is for the chat to trade it and hopefully get it to payout. The payout is for you guys, not for me. Chris Noof, what up, brother? Welcome. Nicholas Gomez, I'm going to hop on Drew's strat. 5 points. Actually, I tested 5 points on moving average rejections. Was it this morning? After the stream, I played around with 5 points, and I did pretty damn well. I tested it on, was it Sunday night for a little bit, and this morning. And walked out with some nice green, playing those 5 points off of levels. Base hits, yep. All right, looks like we want to bounce here. This is finally the bounce we've been waiting for. Christopher, he's got news. Uh-oh. Spill the beans, brother. Matt416, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Good evening to everyone. Happy Labor Day. Do me a favor, if you're enjoying the content, enjoying the stream, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and Monday through Friday mornings for the New York session. Trade NASDAQ DNQ for the New York Open, 9:15 a.m. Eastern as well. All right, still coming to those moving averages and pulling back. Ravi Teja, where are you trading from, JC? So for anybody new to the channel, first of all, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I live stream from Arizona. So my times are 3 hours behind New York Eastern. I'm in the desert. Chris Noof, I picked up a couple giveaway accounts on Apex, Tradeify, and My Funded Futures. That's nice. Chris, if you want to copy trade them, if you're on Tradeivate, then you can probably use Ninja and Replicanto if they're all Tradeivate. Day trader, used to live in Mesa in the 80s. Yeah, nice. I live in Chandler. McLovins, born and raised here in Glendale. Nice. Fellow Arizonian. EJ8889, do you still work full time? Yeah, I mean, I don't day trade full time. Day trade, I only day trade in the morning for about an hour or two. Although it's the majority of my income right now. Prop firm and day trading really is only about an hour or two of my time in the morning. And now with the Asia, I trade a couple hours a night, but I don't stick to the trades or literally to the charts all day. I try to get it done within the first hour or two of the New York Open. Reaper trading, I used to live in Chandler. Nice. Ravi Teja, trading from the desert. Hope your stop loss isn't buried too deep. All right, we're consolidating down here between 415 and about 425. Is that the support for the bounce, or are we going in for further downside? That's the big question. All right, now they're starting to build positioning above the 20 and the 9 EMA. See if they can hold it up there. Now they've flipped. If they can build support using the 9 and the 20, then might be something going on here now with the bounce. Nicholas Gomez will add an ATM on these shorts to be safe, but damn, it was the quickest 200. Yeah, those 5 points with 5 contracts with 5 minis get addicting. I was playing around with 5 points this afternoon. And this afternoon, yep. And 4 or 5 minis, 5 points adds up multiple times. Mini serotonin shots. Drewski, ATM with no stop loss. Yeah, I think that's the only way it works. You have to manage the stop manually, otherwise you could potentially get stopped out multiple times. But yeah, you set the ATM 5 points. I did 3, 4, and 5. I had high leverage. I think I tried it up to eight minis, out at 3, out at 4, and out at 5 with an ATM bracket strategy. It worked pretty well. I was up $2,000 on another account, only one account. I'm not copy trading yet. I'm not copy trading that strategy yet. But Drewski and who else? Jesse, who play smaller point size wins or more scalping. I've been testing it. I'll continue to test it for another week before I actually copy trade it on sim funded accounts. Ravi, my main trading session is New York. I mainly trade New York session, Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. But that's my main trading session. So if you guys trade the New York Open, I'll be on as well, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Nicholas with the engagement question of the day. What's everyone's ice cream to go? Nicholas loves lime. I'm a vanilla. I love my vanilla ice cream. So Nicholas has the question or the engagement question of the day, as usual. What is your favorite ice cream? Drewski, heading out. Looks like you got your trades in. Listen, I'm also up nicely so far. So unless we see now 400, I may have to let this long go. Live for short, rum and raisin. Reaper Trading, Cherry. Drewski, nicely done as usual, brother. Have a good night. Joe Brzezinski, espresso flake or maple walnut. Oliver, going to Walmart. Do you all need it? Oh, here goes. All right, so now they're establishing themselves above those moving averages, huh? King Caesar in the house. All right. Live for sure. Pistachio. Nice. Daniel, here comes 435. I would agree with you. I think I'm going to wait for a pullback test. 425, 420 area. I would think they still got a pullback test down there. Maybe 420 was the pullback test. Ugh. King Caesar's in the house. All right, let's see if we get a pullback test on this. Hey, that. All right, guys, I will be right back. I got to get something to eat because I'm starving. I'll be right back. Grabbing a quick bite, and I'll be right back. All right, so is this the bounce, huh? Looking like a bounce. Bid for short, 420 and 220 on 2 accounts. Had fun tonight. All right. Nicely done. All right. And undecided down here. Looks like it wants further downside. Entered the bounce and taking it right back down twice. Juve por sempre. No bounce yet. Looks like it's trying to stay in this ascending channel, but not convinced just yet. McLovins, welcome to the stream. McLovins, I mainly use the 20 and the 200 SMA, although the blue line is the 9 EMA. The other lines are the 20 and the 200. Purple line is the 20 SMA, and the red line is the 200 SMA. All right, I'm going to leave this account at 987. Let me trade another one. Oh no, this is the chat account, the 300K chat account. Let's trade this one. And I'm going to start building a long here. See if we can flush this 20 SMA one more time. I'm going to hop on along here. I'm going to be monitoring this ascending channel. If we start flushing below that the 20 SMA, then I'll get out. But if the bounce does start playing out, this could be a juicy long. The keyword could be, if we're going to touch 400, then it'll be pretty quick. They'll flush this and trap some of the longs like me. But it could go either way. They do need to pop it above 435 quickly. This was the support area that became resistance. So this area, if this was just a look below and fail, then we need to push above 435. If they're going to trap longs here, they'll flush it pretty quick to come down to 400. So, and that's fine. I'll put a stop somewhere manual stop somewhere below this wick right here. There goes the trap. All right, so they've trapped it. Let's see if they can hold this bounce or trap in some longs. All right, so for now, it looks like a nice little trap. I'm not going to push it below this wick, 414 or 415. If they come down and flush down here, then most likely they're going to 400, and I'll attempt a long down there. Otherwise, if this is just the range, they can consolidate here and eventually pull up. But 415 will be my visual stop for now. Shark Trends, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right, so they laid out the trap. Let's see if they can just flush it. I'm giving it 415, otherwise I'll close. Funny how they trap me right 1 minute into it and then they flush it. McLovins, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Yeah, and I think everybody has until tomorrow to get your 90% off with Apex. So we'll see. All right, they laid out the trap, and I'm not giving it more than 415. I can wait till 400 and hop on another long down there. If they're able to bounce this area, then I stay alive. Otherwise, we'll wait for 400 and possibly 370 for another attempted bounce. So actually, let me set the stop. Let's do this. Here's the stop. I'm only giving it a retest of that current session low. Randarand. Remember, we're trading prop firms, so it doesn't matter if they're watching. we don't touch the real market at all, trading prop firms. The market makers, they are going after my stop. Ooh. McLovins. The crazy thing, though, is some prop firms use the consensus of their trading to take a position, so you never know. That they do. J Unlimited, what time does it usually move quick? I think it's usually like around midnight. Midnight Eastern. And sellers starting to get heavy again. They don't bounce this level, and I just gotta get stopped, and we'll wait for 400 and possibly 370. Ranter, I can tell you it's not right now. I agree. Jay, I mainly trade in New York. Although I do the live stream at night, I also live stream in the morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. Shark Trends, was the market even open? It was. It didn't move much, but all right, so they're definitely going after previous day low, Friday's low of 397. So we'll take the stop now and then target either 400 or 370 if they're going to go after that overnight low as well. Ravi, I don't know about tempting. It's not moving much. This is more like, man, I'm bored out of my mind. Let me take a trade. Not going to be a big loss. It's what, 15 points if it hits my stop? That's one candle during New York session tomorrow, so I'm not too worried about it. Shark Trends, good to see you, brother. Hope you had a good Labor Day weekend with the fam and all that good stuff. All right, so they're coming down for 400. We'll take the stop for now and then hop on at 400 or 370, depending on what they do down there. Mating 8, probably a night to go short then. Oh yeah, looking like that. It's looking like that. Coach Fred getting late. Coach Fred passing 2 funding ticks and green on his My Funded Futures accounts. Nicely done. McLovin's looks like it could bounce at the 415 level. Yeah, you know, what do they say? The stop is your entry. But I don't think I want to stay too long tonight either. If it stops me out, it stops me out. We'll come back tomorrow. No big deal. Team Massive 511. I think it's gonna have to. That balance is probably gonna happen a lot lower though. I think they want 400 and possibly 380 tonight before they bounce this. J Unlimited is long at 418 and holding. McLovin's, yes, I live stream every day. I got 2 live streams, one in the morning for the New York Open, 9:15 a.m., 9:15 a.m. Eastern, and the Asia session, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. I'll call it a night as well. I'll let the stop hit and I'll be back tomorrow in the morning, 9:15 a.m., and tomorrow night, 9:15 p.m. Just ain't right. Just ain't right. I don't know about longs right now. Seems weak on the 5-minute. Yeah, it looks like it wants 400 and possibly 380. So if the bounce doesn't happen here, it's okay. I get stopped out. And at that point, probably looking at Friday's low, previous day low for Friday at 400 or 397. And if it really wants that Sunday overnight low, 380, 370, possible tonight too. So KP long 12 contracts. God damn. You're looking for that rocket ship. All right, it's attempting to get above that moving average again. Otherwise, this is just the top wick, and then it pushes it right back down. The 20 SMA has been resistance on this move down. So unless they can confidently establish themselves above the 20, then they can just come up to the 20 and right back down. All right, looks like now they're trying to push. KP, make or break trade. J Unlimited targeting 443. So we got the 200 SMA up here around 445 if we get this move up. However, if we're just going to come back into range, I don't know if I have the time to stay and babysit this trade all night, but let's see if we can get out of this. They need to pop out. They just touched the 20 SMA on the 5 minute. So if we take a look at the 5 minute, where is the 5 minute? Mess with it right now. They're pushing above the 20. All right, so let's see if we can get that 200 SMA touch. Otherwise, this is just a wick right back down. Need to push above the 5 minute 200 SMA. Otherwise, they're just trapping. Just ain't right. I don't know if the long is playing out just yet. I'll believe it when they push above the 20 SMA. If they can use this as a launch pad, then we got some room. If not, they may just pull it right back up. Pull it right back down. All right, this is where they come back into the range. Remember, we talked about that 430 to 500 range. It's just, if it's just a range-bound night, and we just had a little look below and fail right now, then the long could play out. But they need to establish above 435 and hold. That's the resistance. See the resistance? That was prior support. 435 was support. And they came to that area. Now it's becoming resistance. They need to push above 430. Otherwise, it's a failed auction. Peter Chan. 435, they need to push and stay above 435, and then they get back into range. Otherwise, 435 becomes resistance, and they continue the move to the downside. And that would be where that 400 area that I mentioned earlier, they would literally bring it down to 400 pretty quickly. So see if they can continue this bounce. But 435 was prior support, needs to become support again, not resistance, at least for the longs. If you're short, then you want 435 to continue to hold as resistance for a downside move. Where's my 9 EMA here? Hold on. I think I put it on the other one and not on this one. There we go. I just switched to Tradeify for the master account this week, so there we go. All right, so that's what I'm watching. The 9 EMA becoming support for the move to the upside. If it flips and becomes resistance again, it's a dead cat bounce. They're going for 400. Matey mate sandwiched. Ooh, another fake out. Yep. So the 20 SMA on the 5-minute becoming resistance here for the move up. See if they can build some. So 435, which was the breakout area to the downside, failed on this push up. This area did not hold like it did. Full move. Not looking good. Matey mate, bullish in September. Unable to get above 435. Got a little wick up there, but they gotta push above 435 and stay above it, and then you got a whole range to the upside. But if they can't, then we're gonna see 400 and possibly 380 first. Lemonhead, I have the hardest time being patient during these PM sessions. Have to keep walking away to avoid selling. Yeah, I think everybody has a moment where you trade and you literally have to walk out of the room or wherever you're trading because you don't want to close it and you don't want to panic. Shark Trends, I have 440 that we need to get over, so we are close. All right, let's see if we can get over 440. We can get above that, then there's a full overnight range potential above us. I don't know if I'm going to stay out. I'm going to stay up that long, but that would come back into the overnight range and a potential move all the way back up. Let's see. Slow, slow, slow. Well, in the meantime, while we let NQ decide what he wants to do, if you're new to the stream or enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and every morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, for the New York Open. All right, they need to stay above this area. Ow! Becoming resistance. J Unlimited, I think it's going to hit my TP. What's your TP again? Narul Abzar, thank you, JC. I'm learning a lot from you. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. All right, so we know that 430 was the original level that held. That's a 4-hour level. That's held not just today, it held Friday, right? If you look at Friday's price action, it flushed all the way down to 430, and that was the bounce area multiple times, or the support area rather, multiple times on Friday. So if this is just a simple look below and fail under 430 to get some stops, then there could be a move to the upside, but they got to push above 430. That held, it's held since Friday. That's the big question. Are they going to flush this tonight, or just range bound and right back into range? Shark Trends thinking it's going to pop. All right, I like it. I like it. $435 becoming resistance. I need to establish it as support again. Ugh, not good. James, buy gold. It's going up. Check news. Let's take a look at gold. What's going on with gold? GC. GC's on a descending channel. Hold on. What am I looking at here? GC is in a descending channel. It has to pop out of that first. J Unlimited, it's going to head to VWAP 452 and bounce down. I have VWAP a little higher. I have VWAP up at 470 area. But wait a minute, it's a holiday. Oh, I think my VWAP is messed up. Ah, damn. That's right. TradingView doesn't update VWAP on a holiday. So where is VWAP? Well, I'm glad I asked. Because my TradingView VWAP, I remember last time, did not update on a holiday. Jay, so you're saying VWAP, session VWAP is at 452 right now? It's good to know. $451 VWAP? Yeah, TradingView won't update VWAP during the holiday. I learned that lesson a couple weeks ago. All right, good to know. So VWAP is at 451, 452. Got it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, on TradingView, VWAP, session VWAP is just stuck there. It's not moving. Struggling to get above 435. Just ain't right. Yeah, man, I learned the hard way. I was trading, when was the last holiday? Probably 4th of July. And everyone's like, why are you calling VWAP at this level? I'm like, well, TradingView is telling me that. And then I learned the hard lesson. TradingView does not update VWAP on holidays. Uh, 5 minute. Okay, hold on. How do I change this to a 5 minute? Give me a second. Let me play around with it over here. Here we go. 5 minute, and let's switch to Hakanashi candles. Hakanashi candles. Okay, here we go. 5 minutes looking good. Some green there, Peter. Here's the 5 minute, the 9 EMA, and the 20 now crossing. They become support. You need this 20 SMA to curl up, not continue on this flight path to the downside. I need you to curl up. So if we look at this level, this 435, right? This level is held. Going back to last Friday, that was the bounce multiple times. We did flush it yesterday during the Sunday session. I wasn't trading it, but we did have a look below and fail, and it bounced right back up. We attempted, so we just need to keep pushing. We need to get above 435. And it's struggling. All right, let's take a look at the Hakanashi candles. It is struggling at that area, although it's been a support area going back to Friday. Or what? 29. Multiple times it bounced here on Friday. We did have a flush, a look below and fail, but that's the tricky part of this. And they bounce it here, or this is going to become resistance for another leg down to potentially test the previous day low for Friday, which is 397, or this 380 level, 370 level down here. That's the current overnight low from last night. 370. Jay, it is struggling. It may need another test down there. I'm only giving it 415 though. I'm not. Hits my stop, and that's fine. I'll call it a night. I'm not adjusting stops right now or DCA. It'll take another 3 hours. J Unlimited moves your stop for some profit. Yeah, I may even cut my stop to 420. Only because I don't want to stay here all night. I'd rather take a small loss tonight and then come back tomorrow morning. All right, let's see if we can. We need to start using these moving averages as support, not resistance, and that's the problem. So far, they're resistance. Hey, buddy, you going to bed? I love you, man. Good night. Got a saxophone tomorrow?
No.
In the AM? See you in the morning? Love you. All right, let's flip back to the 5 minute. I want to see what this SMA is looking like right now. Okay. Oh, but that SMA is just pushing down. Ugh. Need it to curl. This 20 SMA needs to do something like this. Boom. King Caesar's in the green. Yes, bro. Nice. This is just teasing us up here before it flushes all the way. It flushes us all the way down. Oh boy! Oh boy! Shark trends. Yeah, I'm giving it. I'm giving it 15 minutes. Let me set a clock. 15 minutes. I close it. Win, lose, or draw. 15 minutes. That's all I'm gonna give it. It's too long. Take too long. Oh, it's waking up. Waking up. Let's take a look at that curl on the 5 minute. I need that SMA to curl to the upside. 20 SMA starting to do the little arc, right? This is what we're looking for here. We need this purple line to start curling up, and then we got to move. But 435, it still has to get above 435, which has not closed above yet. Peter Chan, the 2 minute curled up. All right, I like it. I like it. I like it. Lemonhead, stop to break even. Good night. Yeah, man. With this price action, it's you're watching paint dry. But if we can get above that 435 and stay above it, rank gap boy, this market is waiting for me to buy more before it dumps again. Shark Trends, you called. I think Shark Trends just summed up the market. Can't tell you how many times it gets you really excited, gives you a pattern, right? Because that's what the market does. It gives you like this pattern, like this is it. This is the breakout. This is the pop. This is the bounce. This is the flush. Whatever it is that you're playing, it gives you the pattern to trigger your brain into entering, and then it just flushes you right out. All right, I got 13 minutes. I'm giving it 15 minutes. Win, lose, or draw, I close. I got to go to bed. This is starting to look like a nasty flush to the downside. They should have popped 435 by now. I'm not trusting this bounce just yet. All right, here we go. No, see, 435. They can't. King Caesar switched to crypto. He's on BTC long. All right, let's take a look at Heikinashi. How is Heikinashi looking right now? Let's flip to the 5-minute. All right, looking promising. They still need to push above 435 and stay up there. That's this support area that became resistance, right? Right here. Right here. Right here. They need to get above that. It's a nice 4-hour level, but not playing like a 4-hour level right now. It's teasing. Nicholas Gomez quietly getting his 5-pointers. Nice. I think I did mention it, Nick. Mr. Gomez, Nicolas Gomez. I tried that strat earlier today with some impressive results. Especially you, Nicholas. You use the you use your oscillators, right? RSI and stochastics. It works pretty damn well for those 5 points when the market. Hey, here we go. Dark Trends closing it with a small win. Nice. I got 10 minutes. Yep. I figured you were using some oscillators, Nicholas, but that 5-point strategy does work very well with oscillators, especially when the market's moving. You don't need much. Do that 5 or 6 times, you got some nice green. King Caesar, 7 cons long on BTC. All right, let's go. All right, well, while we wait for nasty NASDAQ to flush right back down, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We do this every night, Monday through Friday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and Monday through Friday, 9:15 a.m. Eastern for the New York session, New York Open. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, and tomorrow night, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. And just like King Caesar said, smash that like, smash that subscribe if you're enjoying the content. All right, we need to close a 5-minute above 435. What did you guys say VWAP was? 451? And the 200 SMA is at 445. Okay, so maybe that area. See if we can get it to this area. You guys are saying VWAP is 450 and the 200 SMA. Let's not get too greedy on this play. And we do something like that. Right in the middle. Or let's keep it below the 200 SMA so I don't get too greedy. We also have support resistance up here on this move up. So realistically... All right, let's see if we can get up there. I'll worry when we get up there. Still think this is going to flush right back down, but I'll give it some space. I'll give it some room. I gotta go to bed though. Nicholas Gomez, no. I got a copyright strike and I can't do it. Music has to be what's it called? Royalty free. iGamer telling us that gold's been moving. Yeah, you're not the first one. Somebody said gold earlier. I took a look at it. Hold on. I drew a channel. Yeah, so it's at the top of that descending channel and it's coming right back down. I took a look at gold. I drew a channel at that 3, 5, 6 area. So that's going to be, it could come right back down at that channel. It's in a descending channel. All right, so now we're in an ascending channel on NQ. I got to be careful that I don't get too greedy on this because I got to go to bed. Here we go. So if we draw this channel, can't get too greedy on that high. My TP is right here, which would be the top of this channel. Let's see if we can get it. Hi, gamer, you can just sing to us. Where's the 20 SMA on the 5-minute? Let's take a look at the 20 SMA on the 5-minute. I would think that's going to be some resistance up there. On the 15-minute. Okay, so resistance coming up. Minute. I may have to move my TP a little bit. All right, we'll see. All right, it's going after that 5-minute, and the 15-minute is what rejection there. No, give me the 15-minute SMA. Come on. Come on. You're so close. Give it to me. Give me that tap right there. I can go to bed. Struggling for that tap, though. All right, as long as it stays in the channel, I can stay in the trade. If it breaks the channel, then I'll get out, whatever that is. We got 3 minutes. Oh, man. 3 minutes for... Nurul Abzar, VWAP at 469. Yeah, Nurul, we just talked about VWAP on TradingView. On TradingView, VWAP is not going to move because it's a holiday. I have the same VWAP you're talking about at 469, 470. But we've been, I already know that VWAP doesn't update on TradingView on the weekend, so that's an invalid VWAP. The VWAP right now, from my understanding from the chat, is 451. Jesse James, Finally got home. All right, brother. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Juvex 452 letting us know that's where VWAP is at. Thank you. And let's see the bottom of that channel. If it breaks out of that channel, then I got to close, sadly. Either way, I said 15 minutes, so we're 1 minute away. Win, lose, or draw, I got to close. Just ain't right. Have a good night. Peter Chan, we're still on a downtrend, 100%. All right, came to the bottom of that channel. Let's see if it can continue to bounce. Otherwise, my alarm's going to go up anytime, and time to call it. All right, that is the alarm. Sadly, I got to close this. I got to go to bed. All right, guys, that's all we got for tonight. It's in a ascending channel, but, you know, very weak. Appreciate you all tuning in tonight. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. If you haven't done so and you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 p.m. Eastern for some more. Nobody traded the house account tonight. Remember, the house account is available now, 300K account. Anybody can trade it. Just got to let me know and take a stab at it so you can trade a 300K account. You can just let me know on the stream, on the chat. Other than that, have a great night. I appreciate you all for tuning in. For those of you that trade New York, I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern for NASDAQ New York Open. All right, let's see what's going on here. Is it going to flush below that? Lens Logic, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for everyone. We had a lot of new people today. Make sure to subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 p.m. for the late Asia session. King Caesar, remember, yeah, anytime, brother. You just got to let me know when you want to go in. Anybody can trade the 300K account, by the way. It's 300K. It's the chat account. It's starting from zeros, and you just need to let me know in the chat. If you want to hop on voice or if you want to hop on video, just let me know. You can trade it in the morning. You can trade it at night. Doesn't matter. All right, y'all. Oh, look at this. Jesse James. Can't wait to trade the bad boy. It's open to any strategy. I'm going to put a cap on 4 minis or the equivalent in micros, 4 micros. So that is the only rule. You can only trade 4 minis or 40 micros. You can enter 4 minis at the beginning, or you can DCA, whatever you want to do. It's up to you, but it's a 300K. It's for the chat. You guys trade it. I'm not trading it at all. If you guys get it to payout, whoever trades it, payouts are divided between the traders that actually traded it. So, that's up to you guys. All right, I think I'm gonna close it here, guys. Unfortunately, it's not pushing as fast as I want it to push. So let's come on, keep pushing. Push. Lens Logic, yeah, the 300K is open to anybody. You can take a trade. All I ask for is the idea is for it to be educational for some of the new traders that are listening on the stream. They're up in the branches, they're shy, but they are watching and they're trying to understand. Let's give them an idea. Oh, hold on, let me close. I thought I closed it. Why didn't I close it? Hold on, let me close this right now. Sell market. The idea is for them to get ideas from you guys. You guys tell them your strategy, why you're entering there, where's your take profit, where's your stop loss, and it's going to be open for you guys. So you guys can take that. You can trade the 300K as a chat. Payouts divvied up between whoever trades it. I'm not even interested in the payout. That's all for you guys. All right, guys, let's close this now. Boom. Done. All right. And now watch it go and hit my original TP. But I gotta go. I gotta call it a night. Got a couple points on that. Nothing too crazy. I'll see you guys in the morning for those of you that trade New York. If not, I'll see you back tomorrow, 9:15 p.m. Thank you. King Caesar, KP, Jesse James, iGamer, Lens Logic, Peter Chan, George Panos. What else? Jesse James. Yeah, man, we got to just keep it fun at night. Today it moved, though. There was a lot of movement today. And 2 trades. This one was a little slower. The other trade I took earlier was quicker. That was this trade right here for about 900 bucks. On this flush down, I longed it and captured that. Anyways, too much chatting. Too much yapping away. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, morning or evening. Appreciate you all. Nicholas Gomez, George Panos, KP, iGamer. I think I caught everyone that's been chatting for the last... Peter Chan, appreciate you as always. Marco, who else? Matey Mate. Anybody else that I miss? This is your time to chat. Later, guys. Lost in Space. I just saw you. Good night. Narul, good night.